Sports Studio, your local Polaris off-road headquarters. This is WTSO Madison 1070 The Game.
Talking Golf at TPC Wisconsin is on the air. Talking Golf is brought to you by American Family Insurance, Oak Park Place, Wild Rock Golf Club, Mercedes-Benz of Madison, TPC Wisconsin, University Ridge Golf Course, Ridgetop Exteriors, Southern Italy Imports, and Nevada Bobs. Now, here's your foursome for Talking
Mics
Golf.
are on.
Wisconsin Golf Hall of Famer Dennis Tiziani, Wisconsin Broadcaster Hall of Famer Paul Braun, Wisconsin Premier Golf Reporter Gary D'Amato, and host of his daily statewide sports talk show, Mike Heller.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, there's a couple Hall of Famers, but I'm not one of them. Dave, we're getting a little echo, just so you know, right off the bat here. We're getting at least I. Who sits in the middle? It's good to have you back.
He's been non-committal.
Well, I know, yeah. Well, he has certain people he trusts. He'll figure it out whether we're back for how many seasons, Paul, does this wrap for you? This is your 11th?
This has started 11 years ago.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Steve and Dennis were sitting in the sports lounge, and Dennis said, we need some kind of publicity. And I said, well, let's think about it for a day or two. And how about a radio show?
Here we go.
I was really meaning, Steve, get off your get off your button and win something, get some publicity.
Yeah, he took that to heart because he did that a few times between then and now.
He did do that.
Speaking of that, we welcome in Steve Stricker to the program, our final show of this year. And Steve, we appreciate all the time we get to spend with you and having you on the show for our final one this year. We say thank you for that. So I know that you the story kind of came out, and we chatted a little bit last week as well. You did end up having the surgery. I'll let you fill us in on what you're comfortable telling us on what happened and where you are now in that process.
And congratulations on 11 years. That's pretty cool. And your last episode this year. So congrats to you guys. Yeah, it's I had neck surgery. I did a disc replacement in my one of my lower vertebrae in my neck, C6, C7, and went in there. There was a bone spur in there that was giving me a hard time, and then the disc was shot. So they clipped the bone spur off, and then Dr. Zadevlik, who did my back about 11 years ago, did this surgery as well, and a great man, great doctor, and yeah, he went in there, took the bad disc out, and then replaced it with a prosthetic disc, basically made out of, I think, titanium and ceramic is what it's made out of. So I'm another half an inch taller, I think. Length in my vertebrae, and I'm now 6'1.5". I could be able to hit a couple of yards further. But everything went well. Felt immediate relief and something in my hand that I had a lot of tingling and numbing going on in, and right away when I got out of there, that was gone. Still, my shoulder blade is numb, but I think they said that could come back over time. But the whole thing is just getting the pressure off the nerves, and I've been starting to work out the last couple days, some lighter weights. Doesn't seem like it affected any strength, so yeah, all in all, I feel better about it already. Walked out of there in about 4 hours. It's like an outpatient deal, which is crazy. They go in through the front of your neck and you walk out of there. So it's pretty amazing stuff that they do, and excited at some point to start hitting it again.
Steve, that injury, what impact did it have on your playing ability? How did it affect you?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I've had two issues going on in my back, which was really bothering me during the AmFam. But the strength issue down my left arm impacted me at the start of this year, and that definitely came from my neck. And I was having a hard time just, having the strength hanging onto the club, making my arm move through the shot like I normally like to do. And so I wanted to take care of that for sure. My back has been feeling great. I haven't hit a ball for I don't know, 6, 7, 8 weeks probably, and only played maybe 4 or 5 times since the AmFam. So I've been able to give myself a lot of rest. It's boring, but it's I've also enjoyed the time too. I haven't really missed it all that much, although at times I wish I could hit it. But it's been good to do some other things.
Steve, when we visited a little bit last week, it seemed like there was a little bit of a weight lifted off of you. Like this is emotionally too, from just what you've had to go through. You're upbeat and optimistic about what this is going to do for you in playing again, correct?
Oh yeah, for sure. It was one of those things, like they said, you could use surgery and do it. I got like 3 different opinions. They're like, there's definitely a need to do surgery, but he's like, if you got your strength back, and which I did, he's like, you don't have to if you don't want, but it was in the back of my mind of like, if it happens again, I'm out another 2 or 3 months, and then, really about quality of life, I started to think about, I'm almost, I'm 58, and then thinking I kind of want to take care of this and clean this up while I'm still in good health and, young enough where it's not an issue and hopefully never have to deal with again down the road. And the crazy part is from the time the surgery happened to being able to hit a ball is like 6 weeks. So it's really not that big of time away. I just had to decide to take this time now, and which I hadn't played much at all this year, so I just figured it was a good time to do it and get it cleaned up.
Steve, we had Mario on last week, and he said when you had the surgery, he hadn't seen you. But since the surgery, he said, when I talk to him, I can hear the enthusiasm, the change in his attitude, and the whole thing strictly on the phone. What has that done for you, and where are you at now in terms of thinking about, for an example, the rest of the year? Obviously, maybe not until December, or what are you looking at in terms of your future now?
Yeah, I'm, cautiously optimistic, but I am optimistic. I don't think I'll have to worry about my neck at all. That was really the only problem, and it's been an issue. I had a problem back in 2012 or something like that, almost the same thing where I lost all this strength. I was bow hunting, and I tried to pull back my bow, and my left arm collapsed, and, I lost my strength back then, and then, I got some shots, alleviated all that, got better again. So I kind of just have that's really been the only issue, and I took care of it. So I'm super excited that that's behind me now, and then I get to look forward to trying to play again. And I'll take it easy. I'll take it slow. There's no need to rush, and I'm hoping to play in December a couple of times, really. The Champions Tour is talking about playing that World Cup again. It's down in the Tampa, Florida area. And then hopefully Izzy and I get invited back to the PNC. So it'd be a couple of nice events in December to kind of get ready for, warm up for, and then, off and running in January over in Hawaii.
Steve, let me ask you which one you think happens first: full swing with driver and long irons, or pulling the bow back?
Pulling the bow back.
We were right. We were right. Everybody's been saying it's the season, and what the heck is that going to do to him?
I knew the answer before I asked it.
And you won't use a crossbow, right, Steve?
Oh no! Shoot, these guys that use crossbows and sit in blinds, they're not hunters.
This guy in the middle.
That's right.
But no, there was a reason why I did it August 5th. There's a plan to get that done with and be ready for the fall. So
that's perfect.
I had my priorities, I think, right for this. Is to make sure that I get this hunting season in.
Steve, let's talk a little golf of what's going on now, because the standings are final for the Ryder Cup, which will be at Bethpage, New York, September 26th through the 28th. Keegan Bradley is the captain. The top 6 are in: Scheffler, Spawn, Schauffele, English, Henley, and DeChambeau. Those are the 6. Keegan Bradley is still, from a point standpoint, he obviously didn't make the top 6, but he's the captain and playing at a high level. What would your advice, and maybe he's asked you, or what would you be willing to share with us on the decision he has to make as to his own playing status?
Yeah, I think, no, and he hasn't asked me. I think, I mean, he's a passionate guy. He's a very competitive guy. The Ryder Cup means a lot to him, as it does to all of us. But I don't know. He's going to have to ask himself, like, which position does he really want to? I don't know. It's which one does he want to be in? You know, does he want to be a player or does he want to be a captain? And I think then you can go from there. To do both of them, I think, would be tough on the player part. You know, to try to manage all the captain's duties and then try to get your game ready and have a clear mind to play some great golf that you need to play. So I think he's just got to ask himself, because if he wants to play, then he's just going to really have to delegate almost everything else to the assistant captains, and just be a player and get ready to do that, because there's just so much going on, so many decisions to make, and either way, he's in an unbelievable position. I mean, to have the opportunity to captain the team at Bethpage is a dream for him, I'm sure, and so. Yeah, I think it's just coming down to which one he really wants to be, because it's too hard to do both.
If you take Keegan out as from his own perspective of playing, what is he going through right now for captain's picks that have to be made next Wednesday? You've gone through it. What's he going through right now?
Yeah, I think he's looking at that top six, and he sees a couple of rookies on there, and Russell Henley and J.J. Spawn, and then the other four guys obviously are, have played in this before. And then he's looking at the next group of guys, and maybe he puts himself in there, maybe he takes himself out. That's up to him. But, he's going to look to try to balance that out a little bit. Maybe another rookie that's playing really well. I forget who else is up there.
Ben Griffin.
Ben Griffin.
Yeah, Morikawa and Thomas are the next three on the points list.
And Griffin's had a great year, so you got to believe those three guys are in. So there's 9. I know Keegan is 11, I think. I don't know who's in the 10th and 12th spots, but I think he's just going to look there and actually start looking at pairings. We did that a lot early on, like who's going to pair well with a potential guy that's already outside the top 6, and that's what we did early. We made pairings based on our picks and who we wanted to pair with already the guys in the top 6, and potentially, you're probably going to pick those 7, 8, 9 guys, and then who do they want to pair with outside that top 6? And you start thinking about that right away to make out the rest of your team.
Steve, you played in 2008 on the Ryder Cup team, 2010, 2012, and then, of course, in 21, captain and set the record. As you look back, what are your Ryder Cup memories, and what part does that play in your total career of success? Is that one of the real, true highlights?
Excuse me. Yeah, it really is. I mean, I think the biggest highlight of my career is to be able to captain the team right here in Wisconsin, at Herb Kohler's place. We developed a friendship over the years, and to be able to do that at his place before he passed, that was something that I was really concerned about, because we were looking at him and talking to his, people and family about his health, and it was a struggle there for a while. I'm like, geez, and then COVID hit. Pushed us back another year, and it would have been a shame if he wasn't around. But that was the topper of my career for sure, to be able to do that. Never thought I'd have that opportunity to ever captain the Ryder Cup and then the President's Cup. So pretty special times, and to beat them up like we did here in Wisconsin was also really cool.
Steve, they're going to play that Ryder Cup at Bethpage Black. How much does the course come in to Keegan and his vice captains in choosing the final team, and also pairings, and how much can they do to give a home field advantage at a course in the States?
Yeah, they'll look at that, it's a big course, but all these guys hit it so far nowadays. Length really isn't an issue. Maybe accuracy, maybe more so than length, there if they grow the rough up. But if Keegan did his homework and looked at previous Ryder Cups, the rough really won't be up that high. We widened the fairways at Whistling Straits a year prior. I went around there with and the Kohler people and the grounds crew, the head guy there, and I'm like, can we make these as wide as possible, and let's cut the rough down as short as we can? And they were very accommodating. So I'm sure Keegan is doing the same thing. They probably widen some of those fairways, hopefully. Let our length, because usually the U.S. team has got the length advantage, and then let our guys let it rip, and if they hit it in the rough, it's not that big a deal, and a lot of birdies. You want to make a lot of birdies when you're at home. You don't want to be, you want to make birdies, get the crowd going, get them involved, and build that momentum.
Steve, let's shift gears a little bit and move on to the FedEx Cup. Back when, in your prime days, so to speak, there was a guy named Tiger Woods. Today it seems like Scotty Scheffler. He's on a different planet the way it seems right now with the way he's playing.
Yeah, I watched the last hour yesterday, and I wanted to see how that was going to all play out. And at that point, he had a one-shot lead, and that chip in that he did at 17 was crazy. Very difficult hole. Everybody was hitting it over there and trying to make a three, and this guy chips it in. He played that hole one under, I heard, and not even hit the green in regulation. So his short game's good. His head on his shoulders is maybe even more impressive than anything. He got fired up there a little bit, but it wasn't like, a Tiger Woods celebration or anything like that. It looked like he's like, oh, I got one more hole to play yet. And so it's pretty cool to watch, and it makes all of us part of that Ryder Cup team here in Wisconsin feel pretty proud when we picked him, and it seemed like he has taken off ever since.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy, a great family man, and it couldn't happen to a nicer guy, really. It's been fun to watch him.
Do you think the other players are intimidated by him right now? I mean, in terms of his playing ability and the way it's going?
Yeah, I think when they see his name up there, or second place, or top 10 or whatever, they're looking at him like he's going to make a move. He just doesn't make a lot of mistakes, it doesn't seem like. And if he does, he scrambles really well. The weakest part of his game is probably putting, and he's, starting to do that better. So, I'm sure it's kind of like that Tiger effect. You see him up around the lead, and I saw him in second place on Saturday. Sorry, and I told Nikki, I'm like, oh, there you go, you're going to win another one.
Kind of like the Champions Tour was for 7 or 8 years with a guy we're talking to. Steve, let me last question from me, and that is, in your process, and hopefully, obviously, being healthy and good enough to have a very good 2026, are you recruiting for this tournament? And you mentioned the name Tiger Woods came up a few times, and he'll be age eligible next year. How does that process play out for you? And are you the one that talks to him about whether he would be willing to come and play in this tournament?
Yeah, I'll definitely run it by him, and we would love to have him. And hopefully, I don't know if it'll happen right away. I just have a feeling like if he is able to play, he's still going to play some on the regular tour, and maybe a major or two out on the Champions Tour. But we'll get in his ear and see if he wants to come for sure. But I'm just hoping 1 year that he can make it here. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be realistic and not expect him to be here every year, but it'd be nice to get him here 1 year.
I got one quick story that I'd like to pass along involving Steve, and he did us a big favor one time. Remember when we had Jack Nicklaus on the air?
Mm-hmm.
You can guess who set that
Oh,
up.
yeah, I thought so.
So I kiddingly kind of suggested down the road that maybe there's one more, and I got to know before I even got the question out. And he goes, there's very few favors that you would get from a man like that, and it's not going to be this one.
So Tiger's not going to book to be on Talking Golf on the premiere episode of 2026?
No, I
That's where we're
wouldn't.
getting at.
Yeah, well, probably not. But
Okay.
You never know. You never know.
Sounds like the door's slightly open.
I wouldn't hold my breath on
No.
that one. No.
Steve, we always appreciate
Oh,
the
gosh.
time we get to spend with you. All the best to you on your continued recovery and health, and to your family, and appreciate you being with us.
All right, you guys. Thank you. Have a good
Take care,
show.
Steve.
That is Steve Stricker joining us.
Bye-bye.
A lot of good stuff there. And Dennis, before we go to break, about the golf course. So they're going to play it at Bethpage Black. I don't know that that's a course that you've been at.
I have been.
Oh, you had.
Watch them play.
Thoughts on playing at that golf course and the advantages that a home course can be for Team USA against the...
They need to cheat, just like he's talking about. They need to widen out the fairways and lower the rough. Biggest thing I had there was watching, I forget what his name was, one of the foreign players on the 10th hole. Mario was paired with him. Mario was playing in the Open in. And from the tee to the green is about, to the fairway is about 250-yard carry.
Yeah.
And there's a path. And this guy stood there and he says, man, are they making these fairways ever narrow? Give you an idea of how tough it is. I mean, it's long and elevated and got all this stuff. And I think it's going to be a hard place, but we have to prepare
Home
the
course.
course.
Yeah.
That's right, because when you play over there, they cheat. And so we got to make sure that things get the right way here.
I want to ask Dennis one too.
Yeah.
You're one of the assistant captains for Keegan Bradley, and you're on his staff.
Well, that's breaking news.
And he calls the meeting together and he says to you, "Should I play or should I not?" What do you tell him?
Are you kidding? Get the hell out of the way. Let somebody else play. You can't do both. That's a big job.
Yeah.
What happens if he gets beat in one of the matches?
Yeah.
That's what you have to look at. His job should be to find. If it wasn't for Steve, what's her name? Boy Scheffler.
Yeah.
He would never,
Well,
Steve was
and
the one who picked him up from off the wall someplace.
And don't you think that's what Steve's going to politically correctly answer that question. That's what he was saying. Are you going to be a player or a captain?
No question.
And if he wanted to be a player, I think he should have. We talked about this earlier this year. He should have relinquished his captaincy.
He's trying to be political. You
Yeah.
know me. No is
Sure.
the answer.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, get the hell out of the way and do your job like you're supposed to. The big key is pick good assistants because you will not be able to communicate with all those various personalities.
Correct.
And in Steve's case, he picked those people, Freddie Couples, all those guys who, were admired and that sort of stuff. And they zeroed in on those players. So each one of those players damn near had a coach.
Yeah.
And that's what they need there.
Really good stuff.
Yeah, it's the course is unbelievable. He should be the captain, not the player, and he's having a good year. But there are some people out there that are just as good and should be there and probably get more of the pizzazz.
You know what I would have loved to have seen, honestly, and I'll talk to Gary D'Amato about this. I wish that Keegan would have relinquished and said, I want to play, and I'm good
That would
enough
have
to
been
play,
interesting.
and I hope that I get selected to play, and because that's a different experience too. But we'll visit a little bit on that with Gary D'Amato. The State Open is going on at Black Gulf Run, the River and Meadows courses there. They started that today. Gary will visit with us about that and other things when we come back. This is Talking Golf at TPC, Wisconsin.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shop.
Clear. Break number 1, 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Gary is on the line.
Hey, Joel.
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Thank you, Wisconsin, for supporting the 2025 American Family Insurance Championship. This year's event debuted a new team competition and a new location at TPC, Wisconsin. Congratulations to the winning team of Darren Clark and Thomas Bjorn. The pair shot 32 under over the 54-hole event, securing the team title with a final round score of 7 under 64. Mark your calendars for the 2026 American Family Insurance Championship, which returns to TPC, Wisconsin, June 5th through the 7th. Stay up to date on all things AmFam Champ at AmFamChampionship.com.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment, you could be driving something extraordinary?
Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
Hey guys, it's Mike Heller for Lombardi Limonada. You know this is my time of year, hitting the links, grilling out, boating. Better weather means Lombardi time. Lombardi Limonada, an Italian-inspired hard lemonade, locally owned and made with all natural ingredients, none of those artificial sweeteners. And it goes great with just about any summertime activity, anytime, anywhere. Loosen up by picking up some Lombardi Limonada today at your local Festival Foods and make any time feel like summertime with Lombardi Limonada.
Escape to Wild Rock Golf Club in Wisconsin Dells, where championship golf meets breathtaking natural beauty. The perfect golf getaway awaits, with numerous luxurious lodging styles, perfect for groups of any size. Carved from the natural beauty of the area, Wild Rock is set against rolling hills, rugged terrain, and views you won't forget.
1 minute.
Book your next round or stay and play package today and get ready for an exceptional golf experience. Visit wildrockgolf.com for more information. That's wildrockgolf.com.
Hi, Matt LePay, your friendly game announcer for Ridgetop Exteriors. Is your home ready to stand out this season? Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they've delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com for your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at Nevada Bob's. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you.
10 seconds, you got 10.
New or used, clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Mics are on.
Oh, what fun stuff. We get a chance to continue on with Talking Golf at TPC
Commercial
Wisconsin.
breaks, what a blast.
They are. The commercial breaks are better.
We get some great show material during the breaks.
Yeah.
Most of it we could use. Some of it we couldn't use.
There's no doubt about that.
No.
Gary D'Amato joins us from Wisconsin.golf, and we were just talking about the State Open, which is underway now at the Black Wolf Run, the Meadow and River courses both being used there. Gary, give us a sense of what this week is like in the State Open, and then we'll maybe let Dennis tell a story that he can talk about on the air about his times at the State Open.
Yeah, well, we had a 3-hour rain delay here,
Yeah.
but it looks like they're going to get most of the golf in today. Leader in the clubhouse is Cameron Huss, who won the State Open 2 years ago at Century World and has 2 other top 3 finishes. So Cameron shot 5 under 67 on the Meadow Valleys course, which is playing probably a stroke or 2 easier than the River course. And so, the players will switch. The guys who play Meadow Valleys today will play River tomorrow. Then we'll have a cut and a 36-hole finale on Wednesday. But I'll tell you what, that River course, both courses are playing tough, but that River course is just, oh man, that course is brutal. The rough it's like U.S. Open rough. You absolutely have to hit it straight on that golf course.
Yeah, what a fun week, and it doesn't end the golf season in Wisconsin, but this is kind of the culmination of what you would have as in-state majors. And Cameron Huss he's had some success, and obviously he's got the clubhouse lead today. What is it about him that will give him a shot to win it when the week wraps up?
Well, he's got a ton of experience this year. He told me he's tried to Monday qualify at 17 events this year. He's gotten in a few. He's played in some Korn Ferry Tour stuff. He's played in some PGA Tour America stuff, and I mean, he's just a good player. I mean, every time he tees it up, he has in a state level event. Certainly, he has a chance to win. I was looking at the list of State Open's been played at Black Wolf Run 9 times, and of those 9 guys who won here, including Steve Stricker, 8 of the 9 have at least played on the Korn Ferry Tour. So you can't fake it here. Every player who's won here has been a really, really, Mark Wilson won here, Steve won here, Dan Woltman won here, 4-time champion. So this place is going to produce a good champion for sure.
Dennis, the pride of, I mean, it's like the U.S. Open. We talked about the championships to win on the major tour, but in state, this is the tournament to win that, and maybe the state amateur.
State Open.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, it's supposedly the best players in the state, at least. Doesn't necessarily mean they're the best in the nation, but some of those top 5 players can compete anywhere. And that river course, it's really hard. And I'll tell you what's really hard about it. You mentioned the rough and stuff, but the greens are really hard. Long time ago, when I was with the PGA, President PGA, we wanted to, and Herb and I were good friends. We did a lot of. Anyway, we wanted thinking about taking the GMO up to there.
Mm-hmm.
And I had Ernie and a couple other guys go up there. And when they got done, they said they wouldn't do it because the greens were too severe.
Too undulating. I mean, there's so many moves on those greens.
So they said they're too much. So I told Herb that. I said, Herb, I mean, well, I tell you what we'll do then. We'll build 18 new greens. That was his comment to me. We'll build 18 new greens, But, time went on and moving it over to
Braun Deer.
Braun Deer. It was a good thing. There are no fences there, and whenever you have a fence around a place, it means you're not welcome.
Yeah.
And that was, so, it was good, and the people and they did a good job, and it still is a good course for a tournament. It'd be a good senior course,
Gary D'Amato joins us, and a couple of things. One, we just had Steve on. I don't know how much you heard of our conversation with Steve, but I can paraphrase a little bit that he is very upbeat about where he sits now post-surgery and about his ability to be back in and playing the game. And that's just good for golf. Good for all of us who like to follow him playing golf as well.
Oh, absolutely. I heard the tail end of his interview and talked to or texted back and forth with Mario a few days ago about Steve, and Mario said he's really positive and upbeat. So good to hear that. I'm so glad that surgery appears to have been a big success, and it's good for golf in our state. I mean, he's got such a huge fan base in the state. Anytime the Stricker family, as we say at Wisconsin.golf, is good for business for us, because anytime we write about Nikki or Izzy or Bobby or Steve or Mario, I mean, our page views.
You forgot one other one.
Lots of stuff about those guys.
Whatever.
Gary, 2 arms went up in the room. You're like, what am I, chopped liver or what?
Tell you what.
We've given Dennis his due over the years.
Oh, yeah, I think so. We were just talking in the break. Dennis is a former state open champion and 11-time runner-up or
6 times.
6-time runner-up. Hey, it's not easy finishing second.
Well, I threw one away. I gave one away to one of my assistants at Stevens Point.
That was nice of you.
Yeah.
How many did Larry win? Between the two of you?
He won 1 or 2. Mario's won a couple.
Yeah, you got a bunch in the family, huh?
Yeah, one of those things.
Yeah, keep it in the family. We're also talking, Gary, about the decision that awaits Keegan Bradley next Wednesday.
Yep.
He's got to fill out his roster with 6 more players. There are 6 that are automatic qualifiers. They're in Scheffler, Spawn, Schauffele, English, Henley, and DeChambeau. And then he'll fill out the roster. Yep. He's one of those guys in consideration. And I want to throw this idea by you. I felt all along that if he wanted to play, he should have removed himself from being the captain and just tried to be a player. Do you think that there's a chance that he chooses himself as a captain's pick?
No, and I heard Dennis's answer, and he nailed it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you choose yourself and you go out and you lose a couple of matches? I mean, the media is just going to be just on him relentlessly about that. Even though it might have been a good choice. I mean, he might have been the best guy to pick. Might have been best to pick himself. But if you lose matches, you set yourself up for all that criticism.
Well, and Gary, if you have guys sitting out,
if he really wanted to play, he should have stepped aside. Yes. A long time ago and let someone. It's too late now.
If you pick yourself and you have somebody sitting out while you're playing in a 4-ball match and you lose, now how do you say to the guy who didn't play while you're playing and you lost? I mean, I just find it to be
either you're a general or you're the soldier.
Or a soldier,
and if you want to go out to be a soldier, you can't be the general.
Yeah.
One of the two.
How difficult are the picks as you look at it, Gary, that remain And Steve was talking about rookies that are out there and getting some veterans.
Yeah.
How significant are these choices that will be made in the next 9 days?
Well, I'm a little worried about this team. I don't think it's going to be as strong a team as we had certainly at Whistling Straits a few years back. You look at Patrick Cantley's 15th in the points. Xander Schauffele missed the Tour Championship. He's had some good finishes in the majors, but he hasn't really won anything and finished 42nd in the FedEx Cup points. Spieth, he's not going to pick Spieth. He's 32nd in the points. Morikawa, Justin Thomas, I don't think they've played their best golf. So I'm a little worried about who's going to round out this team, and I think you're right. I think there might be a name or two on the team, a Ben Griffin or a Maverick McNeely, somebody like that, who are high in the points, who don't have Ryder Cup experience. So there's a little bit to worry about. Thankfully, it's at Bethpage, which is going to be a great equalizer, I think, with the fan support.
There's some good players that are on that list. Nobody even knew about Scotty Scheffler.
Correct.
He took on the number one player in the country and beat him 4-3. There are so many better players today. Look at the scores they're shooting. Yeah. I don't even know their names, 23 under, 24 under. Some of these guys, and you mentioned some of them, struggling with their game. We criticized it before. Now they have a whole bunch of money, and they have families, and that's their motivation. And I don't blame them. My family would come before that job. There's no question about it. But there's better players out there today. There's some phenomenal players on that Korn Ferry Tour.
Sure.
And they have the drive to do it. And the other part is that if he picks the right people for assistant coaches, vice captains, and they start to go ahead and use that stuff to move this guy along. You can imagine Freddie Couples picking one of these people and teaching them about this and about that, how much better they're going to be. And long-term it'd be better anyway.
Are we down to where we're going to say goodbye to Gary? Is that
pretty close?
Before we leave, Gary, I want to know one thing.
Where's he going?
Well, if you got more questions.
No, I got nothing. I'm just so happy to have him on the air.
Since Tiz has given you that tip, are you ready for the river course now?
Not by a long shot, but I'm working on it. Believe me, that move he taught me. I'm working on it all winter. I'm going to be a different golfer next year. I promise.
That's fantastic.
Well, we'll have to have you back indoors here.
Yeah.
Teach you a little bit more because I can't tell you everything, then you'll never come back.
Yeah. Little pieces at a time.
One at a time, right?
Yeah. That's right. And we gotta judge who you're giving it to, their ability to remember.
Keep those fish biting.
But he has some possibilities.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to tell him when he's on the air, but he's got some possibilities.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Not probabilities.
It's good to hear.
Possibilities.
What's possible, not probable. Gary D'Amato, we appreciate a whole full season of you being with us. Yeah. It's a great joy for you to say yes, and we appreciate every week we get a chance to visit with you. And we wish you a great off season. Our paths will cross again this fall, but thanks for spending all this time with us.
When are we playing golf? You said we're playing golf.
Set this up. Yeah, that's why I said our paths are going to cross soon.
Set it up.
We'll pick up a September Tuesday.
September Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been an honor and a pleasure. It's a lot of fun. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. Gary D'Amato.
We'll take it out on you on the golf course.
Yeah, is that right? Gary D'Amato, Wisconsin.golf, joining us. We got plenty more to get to, and we will do that when you come back with us. We're talking golf at TPC Wisconsin.
Thank you, Wisconsin, for supporting the 2025.
Clear. Break number 2. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Location at TPC Wisconsin. Congratulations to the winning team of Darren Clark and Thomas Bjorn. The pair shot 32 under over the 54-hole event, securing the team title with a final round score of 7 under 64. Mark your calendars for the 2026 American Family Insurance Championship, which returns to TPC Wisconsin June 5th through the 7th. Stay up to date on all things AmFam Champ at amfamchampionship.com.
Sculpted by glaciers, played by champions, the University of Wisconsin Golf Course University Ridge is open for play and awaiting your arrival. With more tee times open in 2025, you can reserve your next round directly at universityridge.com. Not enough time for golf? Enjoy our excellent selection of Wisconsin golf merchandise. Fine-tune your game at our world-class practice facility or grab a bite and drink at the W Grill. Put University Ridge on your calendar in 2025 and play where the Badgers play. That's University Ridge Golf Course.
Would you like more time to focus on your hobbies and less time with keeping up with your home? This is Paul Braun for the Arbors Independent Living at Oak Park Place. Contact the leasing team at Oak Park Place to find out how you can live your best life doing the things you enjoy with neighbors that quickly become friends at the Arbors Independent Living at Oak Park Place on Madison's East Side and in Janesville. Live life, live well. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Why drive an ordinary car when for the same monthly payment you could be driving something extraordinary? Aaron Perkins, General Manager, Zimbrick European. Imagine yourself behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche. More safety, performance, and luxury, and way more fun. And getting more costs less than you think. Zimbrick European makes leasing affordable. Discover the value for yourself. Stop in and test drive a Mercedes-Benz, Audi, or Porsche today. Visit Zimbrick European and find out why leasing the car of your dreams makes so much sense.
If you're a golfer who likes a challenge, consider being a member at TPC Wisconsin. The course provides you with a very challenging 18-hole layout that makes you think before you hit your next shot. After your round, you can relax at the completely renovated clubhouse. The new facility includes 3 restaurants, tennis courts, driving range, and programs for juniors.
Paul, Dave's got an
plus
internal
other great
clock. He'll be
amenities.
back.
Are you up for the TPC Wisconsin Challenge? For details on becoming a member, 608-249-1000.
Hey guys, it's Mike
I
Heller
can hear
for
you.
Lombardi Lemonade.
30 seconds.
This is my time of year, hitting the links, grilling out, boating. Better weather means Lombardi time. Lombardi Lemonade, an Italian-inspired
Told
hard
ya.
lemonade, locally owned and made with all natural ingredients, none of those artificial sweeteners. And it goes great with just about any summertime activity, anytime, anywhere.
10
Loosen up by
seconds. You
picking
got
up some
10.
Lombardi Lemonade today at your local festival.
I know. I told them. They didn't believe me.
Feel like summertime with Lombardi Lemonade.
Mics are on.
Back with you. We're just talking golf at TPC Wisconsin. I'm Mike Heller, Paul Brown, Dennis Tiziani. Dave McCann is our engineer.
Can you tell it's our last show of the year?
Yeah, a little light-spirited, a little less formal of what's going on. You got something you want to tell us about, Paul, that's going on here at TPC?
This was given to me by the staff here, but Dennis could talk about this. A limited time offer. Play now and pay later. This is a membership. You can join today. Full golf membership with no golf dues until April 1st of 2026. Plus, you can enjoy the pool, the racquetball sports, the golf range, heated and outside short game practice area and athletic performance center. Grab a meal in the Champions Grill or the Players, participate in a number of events, and meet some new people. Now, there's specifics on the offer, and we suggest you call here to get all of the details on this. But, Dennis, this is something special you're offering to try and get a few more members.
Oh, we've got a little over 1,000 requests for information on membership. And my point to the sales staff was, well, you know, it's now towards the end of the year. I'll tell you what some of these people are going to tell you, and they agreed. Well, we think we'll wait till next year or whatever. I'd like to get it filled up. We've got a limited number of spots to go to fill it up. And so we made this offering. You pay the initiation fee, right?
Okay.
You join as a lifestyle member, so now you're a member.
Okay.
$150 a month, whatever it is. But you don't pay any dues until April 1st and be able to have, you're a member. So they would be able to use the facility, play golf rest of August, all of September, all of October, and for those who want to play in November, we got about 10 days in November. So we think it's a good offering for people who are on the fence. There are some that are contemplating because they're members someplace else, and there's a waiting list, and I can't play for whatever length of time, and would help them go ahead to make a decision that they'd like to come here.
Tiz, we were talking about the State Open with Gary D'Amato when he was on, and you won your State Open at North Hills.
North Hills, yeah.
What can you tell us about that tournament? Way back.
The tournament, or how I played?
Well, how about you?
You know, it was great. I was going along, and there was a lot of good competition, which there is now, and I was in good shape until the 18th hole, and hit it out of bounds, through the fairway out of bounds. Irritating. Didn't go to eat, didn't go nothing, went right over to hit balls. So now we got to get into the last round. And I shot 60 70 in the last round.
Okay.
And won the tournament. I don't know, a couple of shots by that time, but it was very difficult. It was a good course. It was easy hard, you know, one of those type.
Yeah.
And but the fact remains is that was able to go ahead to maintain a level of some kind of consistency for that last round, but it was pretty good. I always started out making a couple, 2-3 birdies in a row right out of the chute, so it was fun. It was fun. That was a good win, but there was 6 other times that I finished second. Different players and players who played good, but one that stands out is the one at Stevens Point. I had I had a shot lead, I think, with 3 holes to play, and I had a young assistant, Rick Rasmussen.
Okay.
And he went ahead and he made a par or made a birdie or I made a bogey. He winds up winning the state open.
Were you paired with him?
Yes.
Well, he was in your group?
I think I was. I can remember way back when. That was one that that sticks out. I hated to lose, but then it had a happy ending.
Yeah.
Because he was involved here and went on to, play really good golf and continues to do so. So it was really good.
A couple of quick things in terms of your game. Just curious, what did you do? A lot of people have first tee jitters and that kind of thing. What did you do in those kind of situations? And did you have a routine that you used or anything
Paul,
like that?
That's
why I'm asking this question.
You're so jittery.
I really don't. I really don't get too afraid of anything. You know what I'm saying? Look at the other way where I grew up, you don't get afraid, you fight. And so that's the way I grew up. I mean, I don't know what it means to be afraid. People talk about where you go when you're hunting and stuff like that. Aren't you worried about this? I'm worried about what? I've got a gun.
Yeah.
I mean, what am I worried about?
But that nervousness that Paul's talking about for the rest of us that deal with it.
How do you do it?
Yeah.
Well, there's a guy, Arnold Palmer. You know that name?
Yeah.
And I spent a lot of time with him in his office and outside, and he had a lot of interesting things, as I did with Ben Hogan, and smart enough. I was just trying to pull something.
Sure.
His idea was this. He believed that everything around him had energy, whether it was a bird or a carrot, whatever, everything energy. And what he would do is stare at that, and he would pull all the energy from that thing and bring it inside.
Yeah.
And then he was able to withstand, and that's where he got his energy, but he was understanding that pressure. But he believed there was energy all over the place. That was him doing it. And Hogan the same way. When you talk to him, I go around with him. I said, what are you doing over there? He's in the rough. Oh, no, I said, that's where I got to, because I'm always in the fairway. But if I'm in the rough, I want to practice coming out of the rough.
Sure.
Totally different than what some other people. And he was dead serious about this energy thing.
By the way, another legend made an interesting comment in the last week or so. Gary Player said Jordan Spieth had the ability to be the best player ever, except he was doing something that you've talked about for a long time, and he said that's what took it away from him.
That's right. You can't play with your left hand upside down. It's not in a cocked position, and he suffers from that. And he doesn't know what to do, and he chicken wings the quick going left. I mean, I've told you this, sitting in the bar 100 times. It's, if he didn't putt everything in from 20 feet, he wouldn't have won anything.
He said as far as practice, dedication, and that he had it all.
That's
he
good.
Absolutely had it all.
That's good. You got a couple other guys. Tell me that guy's name. Big tall guy, plays on the Live Tour.
Dustin Johnson.
Dustin Johnson, upside down with them loop-de-loops. Where are you going with that? You don't hear about him no more.
Yeah.
You can't play in those positions. The game of golf and the positions for golf haven't changed. Now, what's happened, though, that these players who play upside down, they line up to the left and hit a big slice. Are you kidding me? A slice?
Yeah.
The best players in the world go right to left.
I got one more thought before we take a break, and we still have time for on the other side. But Scotty Scheffler, and I'm not trying to do this to get you upset because I've got a way to make this make sense. Scotty Scheffler won $3.6 million over the weekend. His earnings this year are $20.3 million. By the way, The best starting quarterback in the NFL is making about $40 million, and he's got a whole team around him. He doesn't do everything. The best basketball players on some of these NBA teams, there's the 8th guy, 3rd guy off the bench, making twice what Scottie Scheffler is making. Scottie Scheffler earns that money, that $20.3 million this year. He earns it by himself with a team around him, but nobody has hit a shot for him.
But wait. He can make $20 million for 20 years. He could make $40 million for 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah.
All he has to do is get hurt. It's over.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So, I mean, that's a lot of money. You'd like to be a caddy out there. Them caddies are the ones that are making money.
He's made over $90 million since he started playing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
You know, money today, I mean.
It's all relative.
It means nothing.
Yeah.
And after you get that much money, what are you
going to do? Well, he still has found a way to stay competitive. So obviously with him, it's not just about the money.
No.
Because he's still winning and he doesn't need it.
He's 20-some years old, right?
28. Yeah.
He's 28 years old. Just think about it.
Yeah.
38.
He's doing all right.
48 for 20 years making that kind of money. Come on.
Yeah, there you go.
So
we're just talking golf, and we're at TPC, Wisconsin.
Your golf game need a pick-me-up? It's one-stop shopping only at
Clear. Break number 3. 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Clubs, shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Thank you, Wisconsin, for supporting the 2025 American Family Insurance Championship. This year's event debuted a new team competition and a new location at TPC, Wisconsin. Congratulations to the winning team of Darren Clark and Thomas Bjorn. The pair shot 32 under over the 54-hole event, securing the team title with a final round score of 7 under 64. Mark your calendars for the 2026 American Family.
Got it. Yep, you'll come back at 53:39, and I'll give you music at 56.
Escape to Wild Rock Golf Club in Wisconsin Dells, where championship golf meets breathtaking natural beauty. The perfect golf getaway awaits, with numerous luxurious lodging styles, perfect for groups of any size. Carved from the natural beauty of the area, Wild Rock is set against rolling hills, rugged terrain, and views you won't forget. Book your next round or stay and play package today and get ready for an exceptional golf experience. Visit wildrockgolf.com for more information. That's wildrockgolf.com.
Hi, Matt LePay, your friendly game announcer for Ridgetop Exteriors. Is your home ready to stand out this season? Ridgetop Exteriors, Wisconsin's trusted name in home improvement, does more than just top-quality roofing. They're your go-to for maintenance-free siding and energy-efficient windows. Ridgetop has expert credentials with leading manufacturers like Pella, James Hardie, and LP Smart Siding. For over 20 years, they've delivered exceptional craftsmanship and service. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com for your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, where customer service always comes first.
When you or a loved one could use a helping hand, turn to the caring team of experts in senior living at Oak Park Place. This is Paul Braun, and when I needed someone to help me navigate senior living for my wife, I called Oak Park Place. They were with me every step of the way from the first call through move-in day. Choose a community that promotes independence when you want it, assistance when you need it. Oak Park Place Senior Living. Visit oakparkplace.com to learn more.
Hey, it's Mike Heller for Lombardi Lemonada Hard Lemonade. Everybody loves something new, especially when it's brand new and a taste of your favorite hard lemonade just in time for summer. Lombardi Lemonada comes in 4 unique flavors, crafted with all natural lemon juice and no artificial sweeteners. Crisp,
30
clean,
seconds.
and so refreshing. It's a little slice of Sicily made right here in Wisconsin. Pick up some Lombardi Lemonada today at your local Festival Foods or at Woodman's and taste the summertime. Variety packs or single flavors available.
We go into 2 hours next year, Mr.
It's one-stop
Tiziani?
shopping only at Nevada Bob. Joel and his crew can equip you, dress you, teach you, and here's the best part.
10 seconds, you got
clubs,
10.
Shoes, bags, carts, apparel, balls, you name it, and they got it. Isn't that right, Joel?
Your game, your store, always at the best price.
Mics are on.
And we're back at TPC, Wisconsin to close out the program. But this reminder, limited time offer, play now, pay later. You can join today. Full golf membership with no golf dues until April 1st of 2026. Give the facility a call at 608-249-1000, and they'll put you in touch with the people and give you all the details on the offer.
This has been another great year. I want to thank both of you for letting me be part of it. I love doing it and getting to visit with Steve and Gary on a regular basis and being out here and talking about the tournament as we did, for the first bunch of shows before the AmFam Championship was here. I look at the calendar and see that it's only August 18th, so there's a lot of golf left.
Oh, yeah.
It's our final show of the year, but it has already been a tremendous year here at Dennis Tiziani at TPC, not only just for the members, but also with the tournament and so many other great things that are happening.
Well, the big item was for the member, and that was always, we were very much interested in the tournament, very much interested in Children's Hospital and all those type, but it was the member who really tripped my trigger to go ahead to continue to talking about what happens after 27. Our member liked it and they enjoyed it, and all good things came from it. So we're kind of looking forward to the next 6 years or so, 5 or 6 years, especially if what's his name again? If he comes
Which
here.
one?
That one.
Tiger?
That guy that's going to be 50.
Can you imagine what it'd be like if he came here?
Well, I know that AmFam is making plans now for him to commit.
Yeah.
They're also making plans if he commits and doesn't show.
Sure.
So
well, and
it's real what's going on, and hopefully they'll be there. And I'm sure Steve will have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
He's a good friend. Steve supported him when he had all the trouble.
Yeah.
So I know that he confides in Steve. He talks to him about a lot of stuff. So, it'd be nice to have him here, but you'd probably need a helicopter to get in here.
Maybe.
And quickly, Mike, I'll put together the package for Gary, you and I. We'll go 3 for $1 million for next year to do the show.
Well,
that's it.
Yeah, that's good. And
all three of us.
Why only $1 million?
We can just.
That just goes to show you guys are cheap.
Cheap. Well, you know him better than you know me, so if that's the way it is. Big thanks to Brad for doing all the work back at the studio, and for Dave McCann coming out here every week and getting this all set up. David, thank you. You're the best,
Thanks,
and we
David.
appreciate what you do.
Easy on that best.
Yeah, well, I said that just on the air. Off the air, I say something different. Tiz, I appreciate you. Thanks for having us out, and it's been a pleasure.
Good to
Paul
have you
Braun,
here.
Yeah, thank you.
the Hall of Famer is right here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Big
Thanks
Hall
for
of
being with us all season long, talking golf at TPC, Wisconsin.
Yeah, thanks.
Clear.